Hi, I'm KA, Community Manager at Milky Tea, and I'm here to provide you with some pro tips directly from the development team to help secure you those epic wins in HyperBrawl Tournament. HyperBrawl lets you build your own team before every match. While you're bound to find some favorites among our roster, it's important to be willing to change things up should your opponent require it. I touched on the basics of building your team in a previous video, but just as a quick reminder, our 12 heroes include Swift heroes, focusing on speed, tank heroes, focusing on strength, and core heroes that fall somewhere in between. You pick 2 heroes going into a match and are free to mix and match any way you want. While there are no wrong choices, some are better than others at certain things, like a tank being great in a brawl, or a Swift hero being able to more easily outrun an opponent. Beyond the hero selections, you need to pick a weapon for each one. These come in both offensive and defensive types, though some are more straightforward than others. If you're looking for a quick way to KO your opponent, weapons like the Slam Hammer or Cyclone Sword are some great picks. If you're looking for more nuanced options, the Turbo Thruster allows you to not only dash through and take out other players, including your teammate, it also helps you move across the arena in the blink of an eye. If used in a certain way, this opens up some pretty spectacular advanced plays that I'll get into a bit later. There are 8 different weapons in HyperBrawl, and they all offer completely different gameplay options. You pick a weapon for each hero, so you could go all offense, all defense, or both. I'll leave it up to you to experiment and find your favorites, but remember to keep an eye on your opponent's selections, giving yourself better odds and more options during a match. On top of all the things that will improve your chances of victory, we've included a ton of customization options that help you look awesome while you brawl. The vast majority can be unlocked through normal gameplay, though we do have some premium options coming in the future should you want to really stand out. Now that you know the basic considerations you need to make when picking your loadout in HyperBrawl, I want to take the opportunity to give you a few concrete tips for taking home those trophies and extend those online win streaks, of course. The most essential tip is mastering the hypercurve. The trials and advanced trials are great places to start. They will not only teach you how to actually pull off a proper hypercurve, but also test your skills in some hands-on challenges. Beyond that though, I encourage you to use free play for some additional practice, and maybe also taking on the single player campaign to practice against proper AI opponents. Once you've done all this, you should be more than ready to take on friends and strangers alike, whether locally or online. When using the hypercurve, you have to choose between power and control. If you throw the ball at full power, you'll have less time to actually maneuver it. A slower throw, however, gives you way more control, but also gives your opponent more time to intercept. Speaking of intercepting a throw, you can use the dive roll ability to jump in front of a ball without risk of getting knocked out. This is essential for goalkeeping. HyperBrawl's different arenas will also play a role when picking your loadout and deciding when to hypercurve. Certain arena shapes might make you focus more on ricocheting the ball off the sides of the arena, as opposed to shooting directly for the goal. Arena obstacles work in the same way, where a properly timed throw from or around an unexpected pillar could score some pretty sweet goals that your opponent probably didn't see coming. It's all about adapting on the fly to whatever challenge is in front of you. Now, I promised to show you a really creative way to use the Turbo Thruster, so look closely. Pretty awesome, right? Let's watch it again in slow motion. That's just one way to use it though, so let me show you another one. Many of our weapons can be used in ways that might not be immediately obvious, and we can't wait for you to come up with entirely new strategies that we hadn't even thought of. Oh, and a final thing about weapons. You can interrupt an opponent's weapon use with a well-timed attack, which wastes their weapon cooldown while creating openings for you. Use it well. That's all for this video. I hope you found it useful and that it will help you in the arena. If you've got some pro tips of your own that you'd like to share with us or the community, send us a message on social media or Discord. We'd love to show off your epic plays.